Good morning. It is Tuesday, November 27th, 2018. It's been a while since I've been on here, huh? I haven't been on here since probably either October 7th or October 14th. I forgot what day it was. Whatever it is, it's been a long time. A real long time. 3-3, right? 3-3. It was too good to be true. The goal for the Jets after 3-3. We expected losses to Minnesota and Chicago. But when you face mediocrity in your own division, the Miami Dolphins and then the Buffalo Bills, especially the latter, the one thing I've justified, and I probably have spoken for 99.9% of Jet fans, Todd Bowles has got to go. He should have been fired on November 12th. Now, there's not much in terms of who could have taken over. If there was experience behind Todd Bowles would have been out the door on November 12th. When the Jets, Minnesota, Chicago, and San Francisco, Miami was beatable. Buffalo, what was that? Okay. Forgetting the Patriot game from Sunday, listen, there was no beating the Patriots. Say whatever you want, 13-13 tie. You knew in a matter of moments they weren't going to win the game anyway. 13-13 tie, 20-something yard pass, 27-yard run, one stop, plug and go to Edelman, touchdown, shut the lights. That was Sunday. But let's backtrack to earlier this month, before Thanksgiving. Okay. That Buffalo game, especially. For the 23 years that I have rooted for this team, okay, I may be a millennial and not a baby boomer, but let me tell you something. Of 23 years of watching this football team play, may it be through god-awful 4-12 year after 4-12 year, may it be early round draft busts, may it be any of that disaster against Buffalo was probably one of the worst losses ever. Okay. You lost 41-10. I understand losing to Miami where the defense basically pitched a shutout. That Miami game that they lost, when the defense outscored the offense. And then there was that, and deflatingly pick it up against Buffalo from a defense to a defensive no-show when they played the crummy Bills. Most of whom you've never heard of. Matt Barkley, another Southern Cal bust, wasn't even on the Bills a week and a half before that game. But that 41-10 game was one of the worst games that you could ever imagine. To not even show up. Tonight, but I'll tell you what it was. I'll tell you exactly what it was. The team quit on Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles will not be on that sideline next year, and neither will any of his coaching staff. They just couldn't find anybody inept to replace. If they had somebody with at least some experience, Todd Bowles would have been fired after that Buffalo game. Because as I'm looking, I wasn't able to watch the game. I'm like, what in the insert 4 expletive word, what you want, was that? I mean, like I said, this was a show me year. This was, can you train the rookie quarterback, which has failed? You can, be a defensive guru all you want. It does not translate to being a head coach. It's almost like Darnold is non-existent to Todd Bowles. Like, hey, what's up, offense? What's up, quarterback? Makes me long for the days of Rex, doesn't it? Rex before he decided to take the team apart. I don't know, like among like the worst performances, that Buffalo game, like again, 23 of my 31 years on this earth has been invested rooting for this team. And through, like I said, through bad losses, crappy draft picks, 4-12 season, December collapses, awful playoff losses, all of it. That was one of the worst games ever. Probably in the top 5. I mean, I don't know where exactly to place it. I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing, okay? When you give an effort like the one they gave, that gets coaches fired. Now, look, despite all the disastrous years, 8 years now, we're going on 8 years without the playoffs. Okay? Ever since Todd Bowles beat the Patriots back in 2015, where all they had to do was just win the game. Win the game against Buffalo, not playing for a thing, right? And show up with nothing. In fact, it was revealed in an interview last week where Darrelle Revis, an interview with Joe and Evan, my favorite sports radio talk show hosts from back home in New York, even admitted saying they weren't prepared because they thought they had that game won already. And ever since then, let's see, that lost to Buffalo, they've been 5-11 twice, okay? So that's 10-22. They're 3-8 this year, so that's 13-30. So ever since the Buffalo game, ever since January 3rd of 2016, Todd Bowles is 13-31. Right? Great recipe. And then you've got the players. I don't know how the players are coming out supporting this guy saying, trust the process. We respect Todd. We would do that. Well, you can respect the coach all you want. Guess what? He's not producing. He's out there. He is not producing results. Okay? I'm tired of the drafts. I'm tired of tanking. I'm tired of watching this team. No, I want to win as a fan. Ever since I left New York 3 years ago, whatever it's been, 3.5 years, whatever it's been, the summer of 2015. There you go. Ever since I left, went to the Philadelphia area, and now subsequently now I'm in Florida. Okay? Now Florida. I've been here for 9 months now. 9, almost 10 months. Okay? I'm a loyal fan of this team wherever I go. Wherever I go, this team will follow me. From the curious 8-year-old kid that I was. 8-year-olds are curious. To always being at my grandpa's house and seeing all the Jets regalia out, around his house. From that all the way till now, 23 years later, my heart is with this team. No matter where I go, I will go through every extent to make sure I watch my team play. Like I said, when I moved out of the area, thank God for technology today, first of all, DVR and everything else. Okay? So you move out of the area, can't afford the Sunday ticket, the DirecTV Sunday ticket, whatever. I will wait till 8 o'clock at night for NFL Game Pass to post the game up. I will wait. I will not watch a single ounce of football. Just to be sure that I make sure I watch my game without it being spoiled. If it's not being broadcasted locally, which in most cases will not because we're in Florida. And basically the only times they televised it were when they played the Dolphins or unless they're on national TV. Every other game I've watched, I've had to go and find a way to stream it so I could watch the Jets play. That, is that, if you want to call it, I may not be one that have been to, any game. I've been to one game in my whole life. Okay? But don't question my fanhood, all right? I go through a lot of avenues to make sure I catch my team play. Because despite all the disasters, all the crap, okay? All the crap, I still love my football team. My wife has a Super Bowl now, to her credit. I do not. I was not alive in 1968, obviously. So what have I seen? 3 trips to the AFC title game just to get my heart broken? 3 times? What have I gotten since? What had the Jets been since? They've been a laughing stock these last how many years? They have been. From the coach to Tebow to Todd Bowles' ineptness. That's what it's been in the last decade, rooting for this team. In the 2000s, the Jets were a respectable team. They were. But now, they're a laughingstock joke. Last place finish after last place finish. Losing to teams that they shouldn't lose to. Let's see Buffalo. Okay? That was the game. That was the game where you knew it was over for balls. New Year's Eve. What's the last day? December 30th. So Black Monday is on New Year's Eve. On New Year's Eve, Todd Bowles will be cleaning out his desk in Florham Park. That's what he'll be doing. Along with Casey Rogers, along with Jeremy Bates, and everyone else, that flunky coaching staff that coaches this team each and every week. Theoretically, the rest of this year, what game are they winning? They've lost 5 in a row. Look at who they've got. Who else is beatable? Let's see. Sunday, they're going to Nashville to play the Titans, who are still very much in contention. Then they got the Bills in Buffalo. What did you just see 2 weeks ago? Are they going to go to Buffalo and beat the Bills? Oh, that's right. They won the other day. They actually have a winning streak. Are they going to go there and beat them? Well, they came to the Meadowlands and beat the tar off of them. After that, it's Houston, who's won 8 games in a row, mind you. Then you got Green Bay. They still have Aaron Rodgers. And then last but not least, you got the glorious Patriots again. I don't know if they'll be playing anything or not, but even if they're not, Bill Belichick loves feasting on the Jets. So that doesn't matter. Sunday's game, you knew they were going to lose, regardless, before it was even started. Bill hates the Jets. 2, off a bye week. 3, they just got their butt kicked 2 weeks prior. That does not make for a good recipe, folks. But like I said, like I'm saying to you right now, it's a lot of absurdity, and we're tired of, trust the process, this, that, and the next thing. How about being respectable and not a laughingstock, and where teams treat you like a layup? How about that? It's disgusting to watch. But like I said, I prop anybody that travels to away games, despite the fact that the year's basically over. So for anyone that's going to Nashville, I prop you. For anyone that likes to go to all the games home and away, home, yeah, away, I don't know how y'all do it, investing in hotel, plane fare, lodging, food. I don't know how y'all do that. Ira in Staten Island. I don't know how people like Ira do it. I do not. God bless them. That's called loyalty. Me, I'm just reduced to, how am I going to watch the Jets game? Are they showing it locally? Oh, they're not showing it locally? Am I home at 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock where I can stream the game? Or do I have to wait till any time after 8 o'clock on a Sunday night to say, oh, okay, all right, don't watch football, don't talk about football, don't check Facebook, don't check your cell phone for text messages or any updates, nothing. Just to be sure that I watch the Jet game. That's what I do. Those are all the lengths I do for this football team that I love and that I've rooted for since 1995. My grandpa is not here with us anymore. It's been 10 years. And I knew that I got to keep the legacy going with our generation. Because when you marry into my family, whether you like football or whether you don't, the New York Jets are a part of your life, no matter what. No matter what. My son is almost 18 months old. And he has his Jets clothes. The day of games, I dress him up in his Jets onesie. You know, yes, he has split allegiances because his mother, my wife, is an Eagles fan. I'm doing my absolute best to keep the lineage going, despite the fact that I have, a football fan that actually roots. Football fans, rather. Her dad. You got to keep the lineage. I keep the lineage going because of my unwavering love for that team. And it's just, you know what, no matter what happens, okay? I'm just going to keep coming back for more punishment. I'm a sucker for punishment. You know? What are the Jets going to be? Every year there's hope. And what I can't stand is when I go on Facebook and I read, these posts of when somebody gets released, cut, whatever, let's justify why the Jets why that person could be a good asset for the Jets. I hate those. I hate it. It's stupid. You know? Always trying to justify. That's Jets fans for you. Yeah, let's get this guy. He'd be great for this. Let's get Dez Bryant. You want headaches in the locker room? And guess what? Dez Bryant lasted 2 days with the Saints. Tore his ACL. Finished. You want to build up from the youth. Okay? You've got guys like Jamal Adams who play with heart. He's all over the field, hitting somebody. We actually did a decent job on Gronkowski the other day. He did. Give him props. He said something of the likes of, we're hurting twice as the fans. Mixed feelings about that quote. They play the game. They make their millions of dollars. They put their bodies on the line. And we just watch. But, like I said, Jamal Adams was born in 1995. So, and besides, his dad played for the Giants. But anyway, nonetheless, whatever. Like I said, fandom. Okay? Fandom. I questioned the fandom of this team, this franchise last year, who were rooting for the Jets to lose games. Shame on you. I don't invest 3 hours of my Sundays to watch my team suck. The objective is to win. That's what I care about. Victories, not the draft. Because if Darnold ends up being a bust, okay, let's see. We drafted him here, 2018. If he's the quarterback and he ends up sucking the joint 2-3 years down the line, you're going to be like, oh, Darnold sucks. He's a bust. Why did we take him? Blah, 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 blah. Like, you know what? You wanted it. You wanted to suck last year in 2017 so we could get a franchise quarterback. We tried it in 2009. We did. Okay? And what happened? 2 AFC Championship games. After that, and then he's a bust. He did this and that. Oh, yeah. Too bad. I mean, I liked him. Treated him like crap. What happened? Anyway. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else in my mind here? It's agonizing rooting for this team. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. It hurts. And I'm tired of it too. Jamal Adams even said it. He's tired of losing. All of us Jet fans are tired of losing. We're tired of it. Like I said, we're tired. Trust the process. Tired of this. Like I said, all the letdowns over the years. Look at this year. We let the Cleveland Browns break that long streak of losing for them. A long streak of losing where they couldn't win a game. What else is there? Like us, the Jaguars, who beat the tar out of us, went into a free fall too. What would happen if we played them again? Theoretically, we're looking at 3-13. We really are. You know, 10-game losing streak. Regardless, I don't want to hear about evaluations. I don't want to hear it. Todd Bowles knows he is a dead man walking. Okay? I mean, I was so incensed when they did not fire him, the day after the Bills game. I was so incensed by that. But, whatever. He's going to be gone. December 31st, I cannot wait. What is that? What's today? November 27th, so 3/31. So less about five weeks to go. 5 more games, and we don't have to deal with Todd Bowles again. Ever. So, nonetheless. Anyway, I've been talking for more than 21 minutes. About 21 minutes. My freaking goodness. Anyway, this is me signing off. Deuces for now. If you take time to listen to my whole thing here, God bless you. Deuces.